Good morning, everybody. It's President Trump. President Trump. Wow. Wow. I am at a loss for words other than to say it was a stunning and shocking upset. Nobody had that, not even including myself. Really, I thought it would be an early night, but as the night progressed, it became more and more clear that he was going to win the presidency. A lot to say here. I don't know if I can get to it all in this video. First, let me start off by saying I think it's pretty clear that this was a total and utter repudiation of the elites and the establishment, the political establishment, the Washington establishment, the corporate establishment, Wall Street, Hollywood, our culture here, our popular culture here in the United States. I mean, it was just really, really amazing. Globalism, all that stuff. It was really, really amazing. It has major, major implications, I think, for the markets going forward for the next 4 years, maybe even longer than that. We could be in a paradigm shift. Um, it's a little bit too early to make any predictions right now. I mean, we're going to have to see what his policies are actually going to be. I know, during the campaign, he did mention some things like raising tariffs, and recently he mentioned talking about a $1 trillion infrastructure rebuilding program, all kinds of stuff, repeal and replace Obamacare, and what that portends, for the health insurance industry. So much stuff. So much stuff. I'll say two things, however. Yet last night's 800-point, ridiculous, hyperbolic, insane sell-off in the stock market just shows you once again what I've been saying for so long, how the vast majority of people who operate and trade and invest in the markets are totally dictated by their own emotion, sometimes to a degree that is just like insane and extreme, okay, and generate and gin up these crazy fears or euphorias in their heads, and that creates opportunity for us, okay. Now, that's not to say the lows that we saw last night, maybe we will, we'll eventually maybe see them again at some point. I don't know. It's too early to say. I don't think we're going to see them soon. I think that was like the equivalent of some kind of a crazy, flash crash type of a situation. However, again, we have to see how Trump's policies play out, what is actually proposed. The other thing I will say now is that, and one thing I will make a forecast on, is Trump's victory last night, I think, indicates some very, very rough times for the euro, simply because, with the Brexit thing back in June, and now specifically with this monumental, historic smackdown of the establishment and really the paradigm we've been in for the last 30 years, this is going to unleash similar political movements throughout Europe. I don't even know if Europe as we know it now will survive as the EU, okay? You are going to see politicians in many European countries emboldened by this, particularly ones who are anti-establishment, anti-Europe, anti-globalist, that sort of thing. And we have a lot of elections coming up in 2017 in Europe. So I think the euro is going to be under tremendous pressure. And although I think my view has been that the dollar is going to go lower, I would be selling euro against any other currency at this point. And as you know, I am short euro pound. I'm still short euro pound, and I am holding on to that position. We also see rates, 10-year Treasury yields up to a 6-month high. Our TBT position, which I have held for so long and which I have told you to stay short those Treasuries, is now strongly, strongly in a profit, okay? I am long the S&Ps, which is basically at a break even right now. I am long the gold, which is strongly in a profit. I am long silver, which is in a profit. Look at copper, which we bought down at $2.15 based on COMEX copper. up to 240. We bought the JJC, which is the copper ETF, doing fantastic. Okay, although I told you to take some profits on that. So, and biotech stocks up sharply today. A lot is going to develop from this. Believe me, a lot is going to develop from this. You probably have never needed the MMT trader more than you need it right now, because again, this really does represent a paradigm shift, major shift in the markets for the next 4 years, maybe longer. Okay, again, a little bit early to say concretely what the outlook is going to be. If there's one thing that worries me, if any of you are wondering, it is Trump's views on the debt, and I think he views the debt as most people view the debt, which is a false view, that it is something which is equivalent to some kind of a ticking time bomb, that it has to be taken down, that it has to be eliminated. And now he has a Republican Congress which basically believes the same way. So come next March, when the debt ceiling has to be raised, could be problematic. That's something, we got to look at. And at that point in time, we may be talking about revisiting the lows of last night. But however, between now and then, I think what you saw was a flash crash type of event last night. I think things will settle down here. There's going to be a lot of trading and investing opportunities. It's highly emotional now. All right, so we have to stay calm, controlled, focused, taking advantage of those who are hysterical. That's what we do. But I just wanted to put this out there quickly. There'll be more updates, video updates I'll be giving you. Amazing, stunning victory by Trump. Oh yeah, one last thing I'll say. All of these polls, and in particular the prediction markets, which had been very accurate in the past, but have begun to break down because so many people now have been using these things, and it's like any other indicator. When a lot of people start using it, it loses its efficacy. These prediction markets were totally wrong. They had Trump having a 10% chance of winning last night. Totally wrong, these prediction markets. They have become just like regularly traded financial markets, in that you have to go against, the prevailing opinion. You have to be a contrarian when you use them. Okay, so the beauty of MMT, as all of us who follow MMT knows, is that the vast majority of people, they don't follow MMT, or they write it off. So, and that's always the way it's going to be. So our indicator, our model is always going to stay effective. That's it for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.